Welcome to Martini Time. It's good to be back in Blackstone, the center of the world, but then you two are the center of the world. And I see my hair still has the fluff of the sea air of Atlantic City, where I just got back from about a nap ago, and I didn't have any martinis in Atlantic City. They probably cost way too much. Okay, so we took my daughter up to Atlantic City for her performance at the Hard Rock Cafe in the Hard Rock Casino there. That's part of the Showboat Hotel. And so we took her up there and then drove up there, and it was about 9 hours. The traffic's just locked, and it was about 9 hours coming back. And I don't know if there's any good time to drive on I-95 anymore. It seems like it's just one parking lot. So anyway, I'm getting too old for this. But I have some observations about Atlantic City. And the title of this talk is How to Win There, and I don't know how. But so anyways, we stayed in the on the 19th floor. The room number was 1959, and that was the year I met my wife. We were married in 1960. So we were able to remember that room number, but we had two cards, and mine didn't work. But anyway, had a good night's sleep, good view. Went on the boardwalk after the performance, or during the break. Well, anyway, her performance was at the Hard Rock Cafe, and there was a live band, she was a singer in a live karaoke band that would some of her friends, and they would come down from New York on Sunday in the summer and play at this karaoke bar, and so it was a 3-hour performance, and so we watched that for half, and then we went on the boardwalk in the steel pier, out on the pier where all of the old carny amusements were, where you had your squirt water in a hole to get a prize, or shoot an arrow, or put pennies in a bottle. All these winning games, where you come on and win a big teddy bear, or come on and win a big thing, and then the other. So half of them were winning games like that, which nobody won, or machines that would shake you and stir you like a martini. They would shake you up, or whip you around, or flip you like this, or shoot you up in the sky, or come up with every conceivable motion that would make me sick, that was conceivable. You put your hands in this machine, and you locked in, and I didn't do it, and it would spin you around, or throw you high in the air, or flip you back and forth, or whatever. Anyway, but I did notice that it was very expensive. I mean, just a 2-minute shake was $10, or a 3-minute twirl was $10 to $15. And so you spent that money, and you got a little dizzy, and you kind of like, whoa, off, and you had, for some reason, there was relief in doing that. People seemed to like it. Our kids liked it. A lot of teenagers were doing that. But what teenager can afford $20, $15 ride, more, some of them more than that. So it was very expensive. And yet I noticed the crowds, what there were of them that were roaming around the boardwalk and going and looking at the games, all looked like either they're either black people, or they look like undocumented aliens. But definitely not the wealthy. definitely not the rich class. So anyway, this was not a poor man's game. And then in the casino, well, I roamed around the casino. I'd never been in one before. It was very interesting, kind of like Innocents Abroad, if you know what I mean, Mark Twain. So I watched around. I didn't gamble. I do when I go get some chicken at Valero on Monday night, which I'm not doing tonight, but on Monday night my wife goes to Rotary, and I go up to Valero and get some chicken, and I buy a $2 lottery. I have been a big winner. I won $2 once. So anyway, so I wandered through the casino, and I was fascinated by the dealers. They were all Asian, older Asian, mostly, or maybe Hispanic. I didn't see many Anglo-Saxons, and they kind of like now they're standing there doing this 8-hour shift. I don't know, this place is open 24 hours. And they were dealing the cards or the bets on the crap table, and their hands were so fast. And they could tell, they had to be focused because they were handling money and they didn't want to screw up. And they were doing that day after day, hour after hour. I couldn't believe it. It was kind of like they were robots doing it. I mean, because they weren't relating to the people. And how can you if you do that every day with just an infinite number of people sitting across from you, putting chips on the table, How can you form any kind of relationship with these people? And you don't want to, because you're there to. This place is Atlantic City is a giant sucking machine. It just sucks money. And I thought, just final the closing pin on this ironic trip was that the Hard Rock Cafe was once Donald Trump's Taj Mahal. And what little bit I read about that was that he convinced Atlantic City to invest in this giant boondoggle, which would bring money into restore Atlantic City. He was going to restore Atlantic City. And so he built this giant Taj Mahal, and I think it lasted a couple of years. And then it just collapsed, and he left and didn't pay anybody. So he went on to restore America. So hope he has better. Hope he does a better job. But anyway, so I from what I understand, Atlantic City just kind of collapsed, but now it seems to be coming back. My daughter loves it there. It seems to be coming back. But the people playing these games were not too much more animated than dealers. I mean, it was a very serious thing. They sit around their table or their card game, and they're playing, and they got their stack of chips, and they got somebody with they have girls with boobs coming out of their dress delivering drinks, and so, but it's a very serious game. There's not much interrelationship going on with people. It's all focused on where that ball is, or the cards, or the dice. You see, so everybody's focused on that little thing, kind of like a cat with a laser dot. You're focused on that. You see, and it's a very strange thing. It's a very strange place for an innocent like me. But I enjoyed it. But don't go there if you plan to win. Thanks for dropping in.